Let's
that?
turn that off.
What was that?
Country music playing in the background. Hello, friends.
You pay for Spotify?
Mom bought a family Spotify premium package that even Christopher is a part of.
And I don't have a Spotify?
I don't think so. I think there can only be like 4 accounts on it, and so we're at the limit, 4 or 5.
How is that even fair?
Guess you can use Mom's.
Unbelievable.
Bring it up with her.
What is going on around this place?
Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a great start to your day. Great afternoon. Just hit 12 p.m. our time, so afternoon. Kind of hot and muggy here today.
A little muggy.
It's a little humid out.
But I just found out that my office has a vent in that closet. Yeah. Open the closet door, there's a vent in there because there's no vent in there for the air, so I have to have the door open. Yeah. But when Drop and Mock are freaking out, I have to keep the door closed.
Yeah.
So it gets stuffy in there. But your mother just showed me inside my closet, I have a vent.
No.
Yes.
I didn't know it was a vent down there.
Yeah, there is one.
No.
All right, so what are we talking about today?
All right. Well, as you can probably tell by the title / description, we're talking about how you can write a video script, 7 powerful steps. Cool. What do you do to your eyes?
Your eyebrows, I think he's referring to.
Oh, my eyebrows?
Yeah. How do they look so good?
What? I don't know.
You do know.
I have on some makeup.
No. Those Chinese ladies. At the mall.
Like are you asking about my eyebrows? What do I do to them?
Yeah.
I get them threaded like every 3 months, but I don't know if that's the answer you were looking for.
That's exactly what he's looking for.
Okay.
I was talking about your eyebrows last night on the webinar.
Why were you talking about my eyebrows? What a weirdo. Yeah, I go and get them threaded every 3 months. They're in desperate need, again, of doing it. I need to go get it done so bad, but I keep postponing it. Why did you bring that up?
We're talking about video scripts. Ned, you just ruined everything. Oh, that's hilarious.
Is it painful? The answer is yes and no.
CRG did it once.
Yeah, my husband did it once. I wish he would do it again because he needs it done so bad.
Ned, you need to go get your eyebrows plucked, buddy.
The first time you do it, yes, it's painful, but I've done it 4 times a year for the past 2 years now, and because of that, I'm just very used to it. It does make your eyes water a little bit, but it's just, it feels like pinches.
Is this a beauty salon video, or is this a video script video?
This is a video script video.
All right.
So let's talk how to write a video script. 7 powerful steps.
Okay, now when you're talking a video script, are you talking we're putting on a full-on movie, or is this for like a 30-second, 2-minute video?
For whichever. Like if you're posting a 2-minute video to YouTube, if you're making an IGTV video, these are just some tips or some powerful steps that are going to help you write a really good video script that's going to stand out.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So we have 7 steps. Here we go. I'll read some of them, then you can read some of them.
Okay. And I want you to give examples here too.
Okay.
All right.
So step number 1 is to create a video brief first. A video brief is pretty much where you're going to ask yourself some questions. Then you're going to write out all your answers on a piece of paper. And this kind of outlines your objectives, your understanding of your audience, and the value you hope to deliver. So you could ask yourself, okay, what is the meat? What's the juice of this video? What am I really trying to get my audience to do?
What's the goal here?
What's the goal here?
Okay.
Your video brief could be, all right, my audience has said they are struggling with this. Here is why this video is a part of our process of solving that problem for them.
Okay.
So you want to create your video brief first, which is your general outline. And sorry, my phone keeps buzzing and buzzing and buzzing.
You know how rude it is for you to look?
I'm so sorry. And
all right, so let's talk about the video that we want to do for your lead capture page.
My controlled chaos?
Yes. All right, so let's talk about that video. So we want to do a brief for that video.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be, to say 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. Let's talk that brief. This is legit, guys. We're putting this together right now today. What is our brief for that video? Our goal is to get them to click over.
Our goal is to get them to go to the landing page for
and then
Controlled
fill
Chaos.
out to get their email.
Mm-hmm. So that would be like the clear objective, the goal we have in mind.
Okay.
An understanding of the audience would be I know teenage girls especially are stressed out and overwhelmed, and this is helping to solve that specific problem. And I'm delivering a lot of value because it's a free 5-day challenge.
Okay, so that's the brief of what we're trying to do.
It's kind of you just thinking through, okay.
What the video message is
going to be. What the video message is going to be.
Should I move the phone inside?
Well, you want to know what's so funny? It's my husband. Our Instagram accounts are connected, so like we can see who's messaging who. Just that's something we chose to do and like see what's going on. And he's messaging a friend right now. I guess they're having a full-blown conversation. So that's my husband's fault. All right, and so second powerful step on how to write a video script.
Okay.
Is remembering that your message, your video should be a story. Everything
should be a story.
So especially adding you to business. Making sure that you have a lot of personality. It's very personable, very relatable. So as you're kind of going into the meat and the juice of your content and what your video is all about, you can also relate that back to a personal story, a personal example from your own life, or why this has worked so well for you and your business, anything like that.
Prime example. So last night I was on the webinar, and I don't know how I got on the eyebrow thing, but I got on the eyebrow thing, and I started talking about you going to the mall and doing the eyebrow thing. When you
best $10 you'll spend all month.
Is that what it is? $10?
Yeah, it's $10.
You guys see me do that all the time. It's just a natural thing for me to where I just talk about what is going on, and when I bring a story like that into the video, it's relatable. And the more you can do it, that it's not forced. Okay? For me, when an idea comes, I just start sharing that story. Sometimes, I put my foot in my mouth, it's part of the game, because I would rather allow this message that I'm going to do truly become, it's more authentic than trying to map it out. Now, I will say this. When you're mapping out your video, you'll have a story that, you know what, I need to tell that story during this part of this part of this message. That's totally legit. That's okay. Okay, so I like that. So, but making it more relatable, I get it.
And then the third powerful step to writing a video script is to speak your audience's language.
Now, when I saw that, I'm like, what are you talking about here? Because I don't quite get what you're saying.
So you don't want to say like my dad and I, two completely different birds. Okay, so like what I mean by that is
I'm the eagle.
Something that he will understand and comprehend is not going to. I'm not going to understand it in the same way that he will. Or we could watch the same video, the same speaker, and get something completely different out of it. And so with speaking your audience's language, it's really like looking at your analytics and understanding the age range and the personality
I get it.
and their interests.
So I couldn't talk to the 16, 17, 18-year-old girls because my language is not going to resonate with them the way you talk with them.
Exactly. So it's also about like you staying in your own lane, kind of preaching
You get out of my lane.
Preaching on what you know best, but then remembering to speak their language in a way that they are going to understand it, not in the way you're going to understand it best, in the way they'll understand it.
Now that I see, that's actually pretty profound. That's actually really kind of cool. So you need to understand who you are talking to when you're putting that out there. So as you're going over number one, putting your brief together, you need to understand. So all these are kind of, even though your data is 7 steps, you need to be incorporating each one as you're going through. I get it.
Yeah, okay. But also like when I coach and stuff, how I'll communicate with one of my clients is different than how I'll communicate with another one. Whether it's their ages or their personalities or what's going on in their life, you talk to them in a different way. And that's what you're doing in these videos too.
Okay.
Okay, so tip number 4 is to keep your video short and sweet.
Yeah.
Pretty concise and to the point, especially if it's a video for YouTube, IGTV, a Facebook video.
For video view ads, definitely keep them short.
You want to keep it pretty short and concise, short and sweet. Really just get to the meat, get to the juice of it all. That way, because people's attention span is like the size of a goldfish these days. You have just a couple seconds to get their attention. They want you to nail down the bullet points so they get that knowledge, they get that content right away, and then they want you to say goodbye to them and log off. So you just got to keep it pretty concise and to the point.
Well, that goes into something further, though, because then it goes into all your other content that you're putting out there, because you're going to grab their attention with this specific message that you're doing, but then they're going to say, you know what, I really liked what Madyson said there. I really like what Jamie said there. I really like what Ned said there. Let me go see what else they have going on. And that's where you do a really good job of blogging, Instagramming. You put the content out there in multiple ways.
Mm-hmm, definitely. So that was the fourth tip.
Yep.
Tip number 5, the fifth powerful step, is to use more than words. Now, this is specific for like YouTube videos, especially.
You mean a breakdance?
Like, okay, in the olden days, okay, here's what you would have done. I'm actually going to demonstrate.
Uh-oh.
You would have stood in front of something like this, which is a green screen, and said, "Hi, my name is Madyson Greene. Today I'm going to tell you about 7 powerful steps." And then you would just ramble on and on in front of this green screen looking thing, okay? Luckily,
that was pretty good.
Thank you. Luckily, these days, you don't just have to stand like a soldier in front of a green screen and say your script.
Okay.
You can if you want to. These days, you can film different clips and put them together. You can
like
use
your vlog of the beach.
Yes, you can do special effects. You can do sound in the background, voiceover, pop-ups.
Emojis.
Yeah, pop-ups, links, all of these different things. And so remember to use more than words these days, especially if you're putting it on YouTube, because there's a whole lot of fish in the sea. And if you want to be the one that's eating
What's
up.
you with fish and goldfish and fish in the sea? You're all fishy today. Because I just had tuna fish and you're thinking fish.
It could be. But yeah, you want to make sure that you're using more than words, because it'll help you to stand out in the big sea of video content.
And one of the things that I'll throw into the here that I'm not quite using to its effectiveness yet is memes. For whatever reason, this generation or the younger generation, that's how they communicate right now. They talk with memes. It's insane.
I'm not included in this package.
No. I'm talking the coming up after you. There's this whole new generation of just that's how they communicate with each other. So it's something to keep an eye on. You listen to me for a second.
What he's saying is true. I'm just not a huge fan of memes.
Oh, I got you.
I'm just more practical than funny. I'm just like, why? But the thing is, it's so cute because my husband loves memes, and like how I'll scroll on Instagram, he scrolls on meme apps, and I'm just like, there is no point to this.
It's funny, but it is. It's something you need to keep an eye on as you're creating videos. If that's your audience, you want to incorporate that into the video.
Sure. There you go. You're in with the cool kids, Papa O. Tip number 6, or step number 6 to creating and writing a video script is to practice that script. So after you've, created your brief and everything.
Okay. Go ahead.
After you've written out your brief and you have, gone through steps number 2 through 4 of making your message a story, speaking in their language, keeping it short and sweet, using more than words, you want to go on ahead and practice the script. And I find this to be super, super important, meaning you write it out with your bullet points. And then
you do really good, though, on memorizing and still being able to keep it authentic.
Thank you.
Because a lot of times when people do that, it doesn't come across genuine.
Like, you don't want to memorize the entire script. That's not what I'm saying here. You want to practice the script to where you can pronounce everything correctly, where you clearly emphasize the bullet points and that main content that you're trying to share with your audience, where you really talk about why they should join your email list or why they should join your Facebook group. So you're emphasizing the things you really want them to be a part of, the things you really want them to grasp. And you're practicing.
What's going on, Don?
You're practicing that over and over 2 or 3 times. That way you get in the groove before you hit record.
Okay, I'll go with that because one of the things I don't like is I don't like rehearsed videos because you can tell. That's why unless I'm doing a major promotion where we know we're going to generate a couple $100,000, that's when I'll really write out a script and I'll understand that script in and out. But I still do it genuine. I still put it down and I know the gist of what I'm supposed to say, and then I just go authentic with that. For the most part, my short videos are free fall. I just go with it because I trust the knowledge. And that's one of the things I think there should be 8 here, because there needs to be a trust your knowledge. You know the topic that you're going to talk about. Okay, so
especially if you're staying in your lane.
If you're staying in your lane. Thank you for bringing it all back to that. So you know that. So trust that. So even though you're doing all these steps and everything like that, please trust the knowledge that you have when you're doing your video, so you can be as authentic as possible when you're sharing that wisdom.
Yeah, definitely. And then, so that was like his tip number 8, but rewinding to tip number 7 is to tweak it. So after you're practicing it, if there are adjustments that need to be made, if you're like, okay, this didn't sound as authentic, or I really want to change tip number 2 to tip number 3, or I want to have a different call to action, whatever it is, you want to go on ahead and tweak it. You can even go on ahead and record it once and then rewatch it to yourself and then decide, okay, I'm going to go on ahead and
You do that quite a bit, don't you? You watch it and re-record a bunch.
It depends. It really, really depends. Lately, I haven't had to do it as often.
Because you're relying on your knowledge.
Because I'm relying on my knowledge, tip number 8. But I have done it before. So I guess it just depends on, like, it just depends.
Well, no, all right, let me re-emphasize. She does it with her photos. She literally has to take 72 photos.
There is a reason for that. There is, because I am building a personal brand, and the photos have to match the feed. You guys, you don't understand how specific my feed gets.
Well, that was with your Instagram training last week or week before, whenever you did that Instagram training.
Yes.
Okay, so we got 7 tips here. 8 now with my side caveat, trust the knowledge. Okay, that you need to implement, guys. Okay, we know video is where it's at. You need to embrace video at a high level. You need to be creating video content on a consistent basis and doing live streams. It's bottom line. Okay, so take these 7 tips and go create a video and get it out to your audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
I agree. And then let us know when you post that video on YouTube or Facebook, and share it here in the group for us to watch.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, what else do you have for us?
That's all I have for today, folks.
All right, let's go get our eyebrows plucked.
Eventually. You can go check out, here's my little call to action at the end of our video. Go to...
Type it in.
Oh, okay. www.blog.dropmock.com. Go on ahead and read our blog post that we have up on the blog. I have one today. It's talking about these 7 powerful steps to writing a video script, but you can also go and watch some other ones if you're ready to dominate video. Yeah,
when we're off of here, go edit the description and put the link up there too.
Okay, cool.
Okay, awesome, guys. So thank you so much for joining us on this ambush training.
Yep.
And we will chat with you guys soon. Take care, everyone.
All right, bye, everyone. Happy Wednesday.
Great video, sweetie. Good job.